Brexit is a term commonly used referring to the United Kingdom leaving the European Union. 51.9% of UK voters voted in favor of leaving the European Union. The terms for withdrawal are to be set in Article 50 of the Treaty of the European Union and is expected to take approximately 2 years. The official withdrawal started March 29, 2017. The initial impact of Brexit was contained, but long-standing recession and continuous job loss have undermined the trust of many EU citizens. European Union growth was 1.8% in 2016 and is expected to slow even more because of Brexit in 2017. The EU makes up 50% of the UK's trade and more than 40% of value added to the UK's exports. Strong linkage between the EU and the UK may cause Brexit-induced recession in the EU. EU states will also have to renegotiate preferential trade agreements with the UK, also known as PTAs. Next is Brexit's impact on Germany. Even before the Brexit vote was finalized, Germany's debt fell below zero for the first time due to financial scares caused by Brexit. Germany accounts for 11% of UK's imports, making it one of the most important trade partners to the UK. The impact of Brexit will be most felt in the UK. 60% of UK imports take place with EU states that have preferential trade agreements. 56% of UK exports also go to EU states. The UK will have to renegotiate its rights with both the World Trade Organization and transatlantic trade and investment partnerships because it was formerly represented by the EU in all its partnerships, deals, and agreements.
The automobile industry is the largest industrial sector in Germany. After contracting in 2009, Germany's industrial sector recovered well in 2010 and 2011. However, the Eurozone debt crisis drove output growth down in 2012 and 2013 as the sector generated small growth rates. Germany has continued to show small growth in the following years prior to Brexit. In the UK, its main exports include manufactured goods, fuels, chemicals, food, and beverages. According to MarketLine, the sector grew by 2.48% during 2003 to 2015, with industrial output expected to grow by 1.80% in 2016. America's Ford and South Korea's Hyundai are the two most prominent foreign companies with operations in Germany. South Korean auto manufacturer Hyundai has had operations in Germany since 1991 and is headquartered in Offenbach. South Korea's Auto Association fears that Brexit could cause a 10% tariff on exports of passenger vehicles to the UK unless a deal similar to the European Union-Korea Trade Pact is negotiated. A tariff could significantly undermine the price of competitiveness of Hyundai in the UK because they do not have any production bases in the country. It is Germany where Hyundai headquarters their production operations. Hyundai has publicly declared that it will monitor closely the impact of the Brexit result on the global economy, as well as in the financial markets, and respond accordingly. America's Ford Motor Company has its primary Western Europe distributor located in Saarland region of Germany. This is the single source of assembly for Ford vehicles in Western Europe. After the Brexit vote was officially declared, Ford's share price plunged by 6%. Last year, Ford sold over 1 million vehicles in the 20 markets that make up Western and Central Europe, giving it an 8% market share. This may concern Ford investors due to the fact that a third of these sales came from the United Kingdom. Ford is primarily concerned with trade implications following Brexit. Ford has 2 engine factories in the UK, but the final assembly occurs at an assembly plant in Spain or Germany. If new trade barriers are imposed, Ford will have to adjust its operations according to the new additional shipping expenses. Japan's Nissan is the UK's second largest car producer, behind Jaguar Land Rover. The company announced its stay in the UK, despite the Brexit vote, on October 27, 2016, with the third quarter GDP growth rate proving to be better than predicted in a previous forecast. Nissan has decided to remain in the UK, agreeing to invest further in its Sunderland manufacturing plant in northeast England. Although car manufacturing was down 1%, there have been signs of positivity for the Japanese automaker. The UK economy grew faster than predicted in just 3 months after the Brexit vote. Exports for the manufacturer will become cheaper due to the following exchange rate with the European Union. In response to trade implications, the Japanese automaker plans to ask the government for compensation as a condition for making new investments, if Nissan has to pay tariffs to export from the UK.
population and the society, and the current growth rate and migration are two interesting factors to look at. The United Kingdom is expanding quite differently than Germany, 1.9 to 1.2 billion respectively. The gross domestic product by end user is of the country's purchasing power, the allocation of money spent and by whom. Who is doing the consumption in the economy? The household and government are the main consumers, followed by business investments and capital and unsold inventory still left on the lot. Next, it would be the United Kingdom. And the United Kingdom's large part of the auto industry is clustered into the southern regions, whereas Germany is clustered and almost equally distributed throughout the country. Germany's industrial value is approximately twice that of the UK, whereas the outlook for the UK seems more favorable than Germany in the following years. Geographically, Germany is a dominant player in the auto industry. The United Kingdom is a key purchaser of Germany luxury vehicles. In June, the United Kingdom voted to leave the European Union. Major ripples were sent throughout the auto industry. Germany's BMW Group, Nissan, Ford, and others are heavily invested into the United Kingdom, and concessions will have to be made in order to keep the industry alive. Speculation is fueled as others members may consider following suit, such as Francic, Mexic, and Grisec. Germany's BMW Group, Nissan, Ford, and others are heavily invested in the United Kingdom. Certain concessions will need to be made in order to keep the industry alive. Brexit is an unprecedented world event and bound to have long-lasting ramifications in the auto industry as a whole. Jaguar and Nissan are key players to British economy. Jaguar remains to be the single largest factory, where Nissan employs 7,000 individuals in their Sutherland plant, which makes it the second largest for the UK in the motor industry.
Now we will cover the local companies within each country. In Germany, that would be Volkswagen. Revenue of over 217 billion euros. Their headquarters are in Wolfsburg, Germany. Next, the United Kingdom, Aston Martin, had a revenue of over £593 million, with their headquarters in Gaydon, Warwickshire, England. Next, we will see what the strategies, market, and demand is like for both companies. Volkswagen worked toward increasing profitability through cost-cutting strategies. They slashed thousands of jobs at production facilities in Germany as well as the United States, and they also outsourced production to low-labor cost countries in Eastern Europe and Asia. The following year, Aston Martin signed a deal with Daimler AG to supply cars with new engines. Daimler AG now owns 5% of Aston Martin. They also started receiving electrical systems from Mercedes-AMG. Though profitable, both companies have gone through many hardships. Volkswagen recently had to recall up to 11 million vehicles and paid $15 billion to U.S. authorities and owners of said vehicles. Aston Martin, after hiring new CEO Andy Palmer, started to experience many troubles a few months later when sales failed to generate sufficient funds to develop next-generation models. This led to a downward spiral of declining sales and profitability starting in September of 2014. So here are some of the top-selling automobiles from each company. Volkswagen had the Beetle, which sold up to 21 million units until 2003, which was the second most sold in vehicle history. The VW Golf also reached 25 million in 2006. The Golf became the company's top seller in 2013 with 30 million. As for Aston Martin, their sales were more towards quality instead of quantity. Their best seller, though, the DB7, reached 7,000 units. A typical 2003 model can sell for up to $50,000, while an older, rare Aston Martin can sell for up to $1 million. So now we'll be going over the concepts of culture. Our first one will be the currency that each country uses. Germany uses the euro. 1 euro is equal to 86 cents of the British pound. A euro is also equal to $1.07 here in the United States. In the United Kingdom, they use the British pound, which is equal to $1.16 of the euro and $1.24 here in America. The largest cities in Germany would be Berlin and Hamburg. Berlin has a population of over 3.4 million people, while Hamburg has about 1.7 million. In the United Kingdom, London is the largest city with a population of 9.7 million people. The next closest would be Birmingham with 2.4 million. The ethnic background in Germany is mostly German at 92%, 6% other, and then 2% Turkish. Their main language is strictly German. The ethnic background in the United Kingdom is very diverse. It includes English, Scottish, Irish, Welsh, South Asian and other Asian, Caribbean, and a 1% makeup of other. Now we will cover the Life Satisfaction Index and the Happy Planet Index. Life satisfaction measures the life using qualitative measures such as health, access to basic education, and wealth. While Happy Planet factors in human well-being and the influence of the environment, the variables that are considered are life satisfaction as well, life expectancy at birth, and ecological footprint per capita. When it comes to etiquette in Germany, displays of affection or even smiling to a stranger is actually uncommon. Formal titles and surnames are also used, and it's common for the last name alone to be used for men. Gifts are preferred when invited to a house, and then dress is conservative while men and women wear suits. In the United Kingdom, you're not supposed to toast others who are older or more senior to you. In terms of conversation, there should be no conversation over the topics of religion, politics, or personal questions. Jokes about the royal family are also looked down upon. Welsh and Scots in the United Kingdom also do not prefer to be referred to as Brits.
Geographically, Germany has lowlands in the north, uplands in the center, and Bavarian Alps in the south. The United Kingdom has mostly rugged hills and low mountains, which level off to rolling plains in the east and southeast. Cultural demographics for Germany and UK include population, religion, age, health expenditures, and education expenditures, and also labor force statistics. There are only 2 major ports in Germany, whereas the United Kingdom has 9, 7 of which are based in England, 1 in Scotland, and 1 in Wales. There's a certain etiquette when making appointments in Germany. For example, preferred meeting times is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. You should avoid scheduling meetings on Fridays afternoon since most businesses close 2 to 3 p.m. The easiest time to arrange appointments in the United Kingdom are mid-morning around 11 a.m. and mid-afternoon around 4 p.m. An initial meeting will rarely involve lunch or dinner, and punctuality is appreciated. Keep in mind that travel time through London and the southeast is usually longer than expected. Corporate business and banking attire in Germany consists of formal, dark conservative suits for men and women. Business dressing is generally casual. British business culture consists of conservative dress. Some British firms have dressed on Friday concepts, however, they are not universal, and it's better to be overdressed than underdressed. There are tips for men in regards to where to put pens and pencils. Making conversation in Germany is not an important social function. In the United Kingdom, it could sometimes be difficult to engage in small talk. In the United Kingdom, there are situations where small talk is frowned upon. In Southeast England, people are more prone to using words such as dear or love when addressing someone. Now we will be getting into political and economic management in Germany and United Kingdom. Germany has a federal parliamentary republic, which is a combination between a federal republic and a parliamentary republic. They have a civil law legal system, which is based on written codes and is the body of laws governing disputes between individuals. United Kingdom has a parliamentary constitutional monarch, which has a hereditary symbolic head of state who performs a representative and civic role but does not exercise executive power. Common law legal system, which is derived from custom and judicial precedent rather than statutes. GDP for Germany and United Kingdom is as follows. GDP per capita is a measure of the total output of a country that takes gross domestic product and divides it by the number of people in the country. It shows the relative performance of the countries. So GDP for Germany and United Kingdom is as follows. Purchasing power parity is a theory that states exchange rates between currencies are in equilibrium when purchasing power is the same in each of the two countries. The executive branches include Chief of State, Head of Government, and Cabinet. The key difference between the two is that the United Kingdom has a monarchy that is hereditary. Budget revenues in 2016 for Germany and United Kingdom are as follows. Germany had 1.507 trillion, while the United Kingdom had 996.3 billion. Germany's revenues were 1.507 trillion. United Kingdom was 996.3 billion. Another point to highlight is that inflation rate in Germany increased from 0.1% in 2015 to 0.4% in 2016. United Kingdom inflation rate was 0% in 2015 and 0.5% in 2016. Germany accounts for 31.3% of the European automotive manufacturing industry value. The United Kingdom accounts for 15.1% of the European automotive manufacturing industry value. The automotive aftermarket sector includes the sale of automotive components for the use on vehicles after its first purchase. Also includes manufacturing, remanufacturing, distribution, and retail after the car is sold. European automotive aftermarket sector value for Germany accounts for 14.4%. In the United Kingdom, it accounts for 11.4%.